Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's good to be back. I know I haven't made a video in a while. As mentioned in my previous videos, just had some family obligations to take care of. But I'm definitely holding strong. I am a long-term holder. These price swings, these roller coasters we are seeing from a month to month, week to week, do not bother me. I'm slowly accumulating in the dips. This is not financial or investment advice, of course, and I continue to watch the puzzle pieces all come together. We are slowly seeing the maturation of the market. We are still in the building phase of the infrastructure. We're still waiting on regulatory clarity and for certain things to be put into place for the maturation of this market. And I even tweeted about some big news this morning. But before I even get to that, let's take a look at the market here. We are seeing a bit of an upward trend. Bitcoin had pulled back significantly down to below 7,000 and so forth. And like I said, this doesn't bother me because these are little tiny blips on the overall timeline of crypto's growth. I'm a big believer of having perspective, zooming out, and these are the facts. And this is why I try to share with you guys, because if you're looking at the market from a week to week, month to month, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. There's a very volatile market. I've always talked about manipulation. There are people looking to short the market so they can put out FUD, they can do all kinds of things, dump on the market. So just keep that in mind. But if you're not day trading, then that shouldn't bother you. You should just hold for the long term, because we are watching what the big money and governments are doing. And guys, some significant news today. German banks allowed to sell and custody crypto assets from 2020, so next year, which is about a month away, guys. Where 2020 is just over 30 days away. So this article is from CoinDesk, and you guys may have seen my tweet talking about it, that we are still in the phase of regulatory clarity needs to be built out, the infrastructure of what how things are going to be custodied and how it's going to work for the big money and the big time investors and for the masses once they start marketing these services. And I mentioned be patient and watch the puzzle pieces come together, guys. And this is big news. We're seeing stock exchanges. We're seeing banks and all kinds of financial institutions getting into this market. We even heard of pension funds and all these endowment funds that are investing in crypto, guys. And it's you're not going to see the reflection in the price right away. The price will follow once things have matured. And I've many times mentioned on this channel that you have to wait for the mass marketing, because we're at a point right now where everything's being built out. The mass marketing hasn't started. Bakkt has launched, but they haven't started their marketing with Starbucks, which we know is coming, because once they launch that app, they have to market the services to drive demand. This is true for Bakkt, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, and all the others, right? So it's really a patience game. And I always tell you guys, look at those other technological revolutions that we've had, even going back to the 90s with the dot-com boom. There's periods where nothing is happening, and then once some of these companies come to maturation, like Google, Amazon, and a lot of these tech companies, then you see their stock prices take off, right? If you study that and you look at market cycles, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm looking at. That's my mindset. And if none of these news items, none of the building was happening, then you could say, well, man, this doesn't look like it's going anywhere. But aside from price, we see the infrastructure being built out. So this is huge news here, guys. And it's going to start with Germany. It's going to go to other countries, and we're going to see more and more banks get involved. So previously, banks were barred from offering direct access to crypto assets. Previously barred, but the new law implementing the fourth EU money laundering directive would change that. According to a local business newspaper, the Handelsblatt, sorry, I just butchered that, whatever it is, report on Wednesday, the bill has already been passed by the German federal parliament and is expected to be signed off by the nation's 16 states. So guys, they're going to be able to custody crypto assets and digital assets. Do you see where we're headed? We're talking about banks here. And the government is saying, hey, it is okay. Just follow these rules and regulations. So crypto is here to stay. And Another big news that just came out. Now, this still has to be confirmed, but I think it makes sense. Bakkt's CEO, Kelly Loeffler, reportedly picked for vacant U.S. Senate seat. Guys, do you see where we are headed? This is amazing. You have the CEO of Bakkt, which is its sole purpose and focus is to sell, custody, and trade crypto. And they're partnering with Starbucks and going to market it. And you have the CEO now put into a political power seat there where they can push for regulatory clarity and more laws that are in favor of crypto and digital assets. Guys, this is amazing. Kelly Loeffler, the chief executive officer of crypto venture Bakkt, is said to be the pick for a vacant Senate seat in Georgia, and that's where Bakkt's headquarters are. I know they're powered by the New York Stock Exchange, ICE, right? But they are actually headquartered in Georgia. If you look it up on LinkedIn, because I've stalked all of them on LinkedIn, who is at Bakkt, because I'm invested in crypto. I need to know what's going on, right? I want to know the facts. So if you guys check it out on LinkedIn, they are in Georgia. Citing senior GOP officials, the report said Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, a Republican, is expected to announce the appointment next week. Loeffler would replace Senator Johnny Isakson, a Republican who is stepping down at the end of 2019 because of health issues. This is amazing. This is amazing. And we know Bakkt's volumes for their futures has been on the rise. So things are looking great here. And they're not going to be the only ones, right? We know about RSX, backed by TD Ameritrade, Fidelity Digital Assets. Many more are coming. And that's why I'm holding strong. This continues to give me confidence and to look at the maturation of the market. It's not going to make big headlines on Fox or CNN or NBC, whatever it is, right? But it is slowly but silently being built, and it's growing incrementally year over year. Now, the price right now doesn't reflect that. As I said, it will eventually when they start marketing this thing and pushing it, putting a lot of budget behind it. So, guys, we're in the big leagues now. We got politics, government involved. We got the big money, stock exchanges, banks, and the future is very bright for this market. And I don't expect to see anything happening, for the remainder of the year. I could be wrong. Obviously, none of us could predict the future. But I do know the Bitcoin halving is set for next year in May. So let's see if that, drives any type of FOMO and even scarcity, because we've seen historically that when Bitcoin has a halving, the prices have increased, and likewise the market moves with Bitcoin at this time because there's hasn't decoupled from or the other altcoins haven't decoupled from Bitcoin. So as you guys know, in my portfolio, my number one is XRP, number two is Bitcoin, number three is Ethereum, and don't forget that Ethereum is doing a upgrade where it's going to move to proof of stake, and you need 32 Ethereum to stake. I'm going to be staking so I can earn some crypto or earn some rewards off of that. So just letting you guys be aware, if you have 32 or more Ethereum, you can stake it and obviously make some money there, guys. So I am holding strong. I hope you are too. And once again, this is not financial or investment advice. Just sharing my opinion, my thoughts here. But the facts are the facts, and they are all pointing to the growth and maturation of this new asset class. And if you thought that bull run in 2017 was something, it will just be a tiny blip. Yes, a tiny blip. Years from now when we see these other bull runs come along, because that one that took place in 2017 didn't even have any type of big money or government behind it. Now we see what's being built, right, guys? So what do you think about this news? German banks being allowed to sell and custody crypto assets. Bakkt CEO, wow, I mean, getting a Senate seat, and expect to see more of this, guys, and hold strong. And I've said it before, take a break if you're caught up in the cycles of monthly and weekly. Sometimes it's good to step away, and so you're not in that roller coaster ride on a weekly, monthly standpoint, and just let the puzzle pieces come together, and we're going to see quite a few big bull runs, you know, as the market progresses. Just keep in mind the cycles of the market, right? So guys, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook and so forth. It doesn't cost you anything. It'll help me out, help the channel out. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you all later.